What if someone looks you in the eye and says you are toxic? You won't believe it, right? But what if they use this technique? That person never touched you, never threatened you, never gave you an order, yet your life collapsed because of a single conversation with them. Would you even realize you were being manipulated? And if this was happening to you, what would you do? Johan, an existence that is no less than a monster. He doesn't manipulate people by force, he does it by making them feel seen. He listens when no one else does. He agrees when the world keeps telling them they're wrong. He reflects their darkest thoughts back at them so gently that they mistake it for compassion. They start thinking that he is a good person, he cares about them. Johan never tells his victims who they are. He asks questions until they doubt it themselves. He makes them question their memories, their morals, their purpose. He suggests that their suffering isn't random, that it means something. And he comes as a guardian angel ready to save them from their suffering. But in reality, the pain they are suffering from is in fact given by him. And once someone believes their pain has meaning, they'll do anything to justify it. He rewrites reality without ever lying outright. He plants ideas and leaves. When destruction follows, Johan is nowhere near the scene. The victims blame themselves. The world blames them too. Johan remains invisible, waiting for their destruction. Richard, a man who is suffering from a guilt. Richard thinks he shot a 17-year-old criminal because he was drunk. Then Johan came and said he may have shot that person because he was drunk. Listening to this, the man became relieved that someone is believing him. Then he says something. He says he investigated and found no evidence of him drinking that night.
This charade has gone on long enough. Were you really drunk when you pulled the trigger?
What?
You were quite sober, and you were calm. You executed Stefan Jos, and you knew exactly what you were doing.
He says Richard killed someone in cold blood. By framing Richard as a murderer and a coward rather than a recovering alcoholic, Johan destroys the moral foundation Richard built to reconnect with his daughter.
How are you going to look Rosemary in the eye tomorrow? Isn't her daddy a coward and a murderer hiding behind an empty bottle?
Johan offers Richards a bottle of whiskey, making surrender to addiction feel like the only honest response to a monster who doesn't deserve his family. Not only he made him believe that he is a murderer, he also made him lose his will to live, and he will do anything Johan will say, because Johan is the only one who knows he is a murderer. He targets people who already feel empty, forgotten, or broken. Then he confirms their worst fear, that they are nothing, that their lives are interchangeable, that the world wouldn't notice if they disappeared. Once someone accepts that lie, using themselves or others as tools no longer feels like evil. It feels like purpose, meaning. That's how Johan turns people into weapons, not through commands, but through using the reality that never happened, not through control, but through silence. His greatest manipulation isn't making people obey him, it's making them think they have no other choice.